Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Off season now that you're a veteran. I mean, I'm off season now compared to maybe the first 1 or 2 years running the league.
Yeah, it's. I think you understand what you need to do a little more, and it's kind of like everything in the game. You develop a routine that works for you, and off season get a little breather, see some people you haven't seen in a while, and get your body ready for the season.
How quickly do you put a season behind you? Has that changed a little bit?
Yeah, I think maybe younger you kind of carried it a little longer. The older you get, the more experience you get. You realize last year doesn't matter at this point, so whether it was good or bad, and you do what you can to improve on whatever area that is for the next season.
What did you learn about this staff last year? Because you come in spring training, you have routines. Teams have routines. How much, I guess, easier will it be this year knowing how this group runs and knowing guys as well as you do after a season?
Yeah, and I was even talking to my wife about this last week, about how excited I am to already know everybody, already know the place we're at, already know how sites and mags like to work in the cage, and like already having a rapport with them, and just things that kind of came into, and it was kind of like a learn as you go, especially with the shorter spring last year too. So I'm really excited to finally feel like settled in, start a new season, and fired up to go.
Do you think it shows itself on the field? Is it because look, at the end of the day, the elephant in the room is, you replace a guy in Freddie Freeman, and I know BB, I know your agent. We talked a little bit. He says that's not a problem. The guy can play baseball. He knows he can play baseball. But is there something to the reality of now the second year is I got a routine down. People know who I am, and it's a little bit easier to go about all of the business of baseball?
Yeah, I honestly think the biggest thing is I hadn't been anywhere else in my career, and I think it might be something that Murph goes through a little bit this year that I can hopefully help him. But I've been with one organization. I had the same hitting coach for 5 years. You see the same people do the same work. It's, you get used to what certain buzzwords that they're saying, and
there's a language in baseball
for sure, and it's on yourself to know yourself, absolutely, but it's kind of a team as far as when you go out and you go to the cage, you're a team with the hitting coaches. You go out, you're a team with Wash working on infield, and I think throughout the course of a season, when everybody's chasing results, you kind of have to, it's on the fly a little bit, and I think it was good. Definitely got more comfortable as the year went on, and like I said, glad it's all settled in, and
it's
the
about
dust
baseball.
is settled.
It's about baseball.
Right.
The conversation really, it's about baseball.
Yeah.
Swing and a fly ball wallop, deep right center field. That one's headed for the bullpen and gone. Swing.
Deal.
Swing, fly ball, well hit, deep right, extension and gone.
How do you assess a season? And I don't mean, do you think about it? Are you a guy you'd put pen to paper about anything? Do you write goals down? Do you assess a season a certain way? And do you go into a season? Like what some guys literally have told me over the years, I write stuff down, I just need to see it. Other guys are like, no, I know. I just don't necessarily have to do that.
Yeah, I'm not a pen to paper guy. I think I definitely hold myself to a high standard, so I know the level of a player that I am, and what I hold my standards to, and some stuff is just always going to go different throughout the course of the season, whether it's good or bad or in between. I want to play 162 games every year, and I hit a ball off an L screen and it came back, hit me in the eye in 2021. I had to miss a couple games. It's just some stuff's going to go a little different, and that's the biggest thing. You got to be willing and able to adjust. That's what the best players do.
And really, also, it's the bad times are less. It's less bad days in a row. Like the really good players figure it out. It's not just, I put that behind me, but they keep the bad stretches, and then the really, really good players keep the good stretches going as long as possible.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head there. You watch all the best hitters in baseball. They go have one bad game, two bad games, and it's gone.
And a boxing gone.
Exactly. And obviously it's one of the tougher things to do in baseball. And it's what separates the great from the good, and yeah, you said it.
What was it like playing in front? And this is not a knock at Oakland, really, but playing in front of more people, playing in an atmosphere that was conducive to noise.
It's so much better.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to sound like I'm throwing any shade. Obviously, a great organization, and the organization that gave me a chance out of high school. But it's a lot different when there's 4,000 people in the fans and there's 40,000. And as a player, you really feed off that energy. And I mean, I go right back to thinking about that Mets series, the big Mets series here at the end of the year. I mean, that was probably the best environment that I've been in, and we go out, sweep them, and put ourselves in a spot for the division. And I don't know if we're doing that if there's 5,000-10,000 in the stands.
Yeah.
Swung on, belted, right center field, back to back. Matt Olson, right field, hit it well. He doesn't even need to watch it. It's gone. Another home run for the Braves.
Yeah. Last one. Production for a player. Sometimes we look at numbers, and whether you like old school numbers, newer school numbers, players know what production is more than any piece of paper. So did I do something today to help my team win? It might not show up the way that the numbers say, oh, what kind of day was it? Are you at that point in your career where you really understand production? How did I help my team win a baseball game today?
I think so. It's easy to look at a 4-4 game and say I helped the team win, but I think at the end of the day it matters if it's a win in the column or a loss in the column. And winning 101 games last year, I'd say we did a pretty good job, especially after not the best start. If you're not having a good day at the plate, you can help the guys win on the bases or in the field, and might go for one, move a guy over to third, and next guy drives a guy in.
Right.
And I think when everybody's fully on board, and I totally think we are here, you see a good winning ball club, and it's funny how when you worry about winning, all the stats follow, and I think we did that a lot in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of wins still.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it.
Thank
you, Matt. Really do. Thank you. We'll see you down there.